Sadashivasamarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om. There has been a lot that has been told about the teacher, the school or the Vidyashala called Advaita Bharati by Sri Venkatramji, and also by Acharya Rangaji. All that he told or they told may be true, may not be true, because where somebody tells you that you are very, very special because you belong to a particular place, because you are in a particular Vidyashala, because you are with a particular person, that it makes you special, or because you joined a particular institution. I would say that you have to be careful about that person. Okay? So, see, always, we have many people everywhere in this world. Even when you join a new office, a place of work, they would definitely tell you this, that you are one of those very few who have got selected to work with this wonderful organization. If you join a college which is supposed to be very reputed, you would hear the same thing. Much the same way, perhaps, as is told everywhere. But if you go ask the teacher will never tell you that you are special because you are associated with the teacher. Right? Well, the students may say that, the other Acharya may say that, perhaps because that is his magnanimity, and the students may say this because maybe they have discovered this over a period of time, over a period of their study. Say for 4 years or 5 years they have studied with the teacher, and as a result of that, this is what they have discovered in themselves. Bhagavan Shankaracharya, in his work called Viveka Chudamani, makes a shloka where he says, Durlabam trayame vaitat devanugraha hetukam manushyatvam mumukshutvam mahapurusha samshrayaha. Your face is blocked. He says, there are 3 things that are very rare. What is rare is manushyatvam. Being human is very rare. And rarer than that is being human, having the desire for scriptural knowledge, mumukshutvam. The desire for freedom. And the rarest is Mahapurusha Samshrayaha. Having taken the human birth and having the desire to learn, to get associated with a Sampradaya Acharya or a traditional teacher, it is the rarest. So what makes the difference is not the person you are associated with. What makes the difference is the teaching tradition, which we call as the Sampradaya. The teaching tradition that you are associated with. Because what I feel is this teaching tradition is definitely very, very unique. And I have no doubt about this teaching tradition, which stands unparalleled today, even after millions of years. Always, we will have people around us who keeps talking about, who keeps telling us that our problems in this life has got no solution. Human problems has got no solution. You will have problems and you live with problems. You live with sorrow. There was a very big hoarding that used to be kept on the Gemini flyover in the Mount Road in Chennai here, a decade or two back. It's a very beautiful hoarding, a very big one. I think it was by the Economic Times. The advertisement that they made through the hoarding is a very, very impressive one. In that advertisement hoarding, there is a huge dog, a very ferocious breed of dog, and which is trying to attack a cat which is right in front of it. The cat is just sitting a few feet away from the dog, and the dog is ready to attack, is ready to pounce on the cat. But the cat is looking calm and quiet. It is sitting just before the dog, very calm and quiet. The dog is ferocious, but the cat is not frightened. Normally, when you see a ferocious dog, when a cat sees a ferocious dog, you know what happens? It runs away. But this cat seems to be a wise cat, a jnani, a jnani cat. So this cat, the dog is barking, and this cat is not afraid. In fact, it seems to be amused with the barking dog, that it is quite enjoying this dog barking. It is just watching. Seems to enjoy the whole thing that is happening there with a very, very calm and composed mind. And the caption of the hoarding is, "Knowledge is power." That's all the hoarding says. Okay, the rest is supposed to be understood by the people who are looking at it. So, battery is running low. So, you have to understand from that hoarding as to what is being conveyed by that. This cat, as we saw, is a wise cat. And we saw that this dog is stretching to get hold of the cat. But as it tries, it is not able to reach out to the cat. Yes, done. It is not able to reach out to the cat because it is tied to a leash. And say the leash is about 5 feet long, the cat is sitting another 2 feet away, for example. Therefore, the dog is not able to stretch beyond the limit to reach out to the cat. And the cat seems to be knowledgeable that the dog cannot reach out, that the dog cannot harm it, the dog cannot do anything or even touch it. Such a frightening situation for the cat. Normally a question of life or death, but the cat is calm. This is a very impressive advertisement for a Vedanti, at least, and it instantly connects with our scriptural teaching, where our teaching in our scriptures talks about two types of knowledge. The first type of knowledge is that which will not give you any direct benefit. By gaining that, the first type of knowledge we are talking about, you will not gain any direct benefit, and you will need to do something after that knowledge. After gaining that knowledge, you need to convert that knowledge into something else to gain benefit, to draw the benefit. We can call it as indirectly beneficial knowledge. This is the first type. The second type of knowledge that our scriptures talk about is that knowledge gaining which you don't need to do anything else. The knowledge itself will give you the benefit directly. Just by knowing, you get the benefit. And this type of knowledge, this second type, is called directly beneficial knowledge. Now, what is the difference between these two forms of knowledge? The first type, knowledge, has to be, as we saw, has to be converted into money, power, possession, any form of entertainment or enjoyment, name or fame or power or whatever it is, for you to draw the benefit out of that. This is the form of knowledge that we are commonly aware of. All our education system, the worldly education that we receive through schools and colleges, do not give you, the moment you finish your engineering, you don't get a salary credited into your account. Yeah, you need to get a job and slog there over a month to see a credit in your account, right? So the engineering qualification that you gained belongs to the first category of knowledge called indirectly beneficial knowledge. The knowledge that I know cooking does not quench my hunger. I need to get up and cook so that the food is available to quench my hunger. These are all the first type of knowledge called as the indirectly beneficial knowledge. As the saying goes, that mere knowledge will not feed you, mere knowledge will not clothe you, mere knowledge will not shelter you. Means what? You have to work after that, right? So, the second type of knowledge, we saw that it is called directly beneficial knowledge. Now, what is this kind of knowledge? It is that knowledge which I don't need to convert. It is that knowledge which I don't need to convert into money or power or name or fame or possession or anything or property or any form of entertainment for me to draw the benefit. The knowledge will directly be beneficial to us. Like what? Like our cat. The cat knew that the dog cannot harm it. Period. It didn't have to do anything beyond that. The cat did not do anything to convert this knowledge to gain benefit out of the knowledge. The mere knowledge was enough. That I am away from the dog, I am not accessible to the dog, and the dog cannot touch me. So this knowledge has given the strength, the comfort, and the confidence to the cat to face the barking dog, the ferocious dog. Something that the cat normally is frightened of. Okay. So, with this knowledge, the cat was able to convert the frightening situation into a situation of amusement or entertainment. It was just watching. That's all. Therefore, we understand that knowledge can bless a person. Mere knowledge is capable of blessing a person even without requiring it to get converted into some other form to draw benefit out of it. This type of knowledge, this second type that we saw, the directly beneficial knowledge, is discussed by Bhagavan Shankaracharya in his commentaries, in his works across, commenting all the texts, all the Prasthanatraya, and more specifically in his commentary to the fourth sutra of Brahma Sutra, where Bhagavan Shankaracharya takes so much of pain to show that knowledge, mere knowledge is enough to draw strength, to draw confidence, and to draw fulfillment, to draw completeness. There is nothing that needs to be done after knowledge. There are so many objections that get raised by the other philosophers, the other darshanikas as we call them, and Bhagavan Shankaracharya argues with them one by one, clearly laying out with reasoning that it is not required to be so. That I have to convert this knowledge to something else to draw benefit out of it. No, mere knowledge. I know and I am free. This is enough. And the best example for this kind of knowledge is our cat. Because it has got the benefit out of the knowledge it has gained. And in our lives, we see that, there is always an attempt that we constantly make to seek approval from this world, to seek applause, to seek recognition from the world around us, from our family, the community, in fact, even from God. Right? So we ask him, I did this, I did that, I do puja every day, I chant Sahasranama every day, and you have not done anything to me. All these things happen because there is no self-approval. I don't see myself. And based on what the others say about me, I decide, I judge my success or failure. And there will always be people around me at any point of time who keep telling that you are small. You are a speck of dust in this universe. You are just nothing. Just visualize, you are here. The city where you are, the province where you are, the state where you are, the country, then the entire earth, the universe. You are not even a speck of dust. So space-wise, I am limited. Yes, I am limited. And again, what is my average lifespan? In the country where I live, in the place where I live, people will come and tell you even a turtle will live longer than you. Which means I am again told and reminded that I am limited time-wise. Therefore, I am small. Space-wise, I am small. I am inferior. Space-wise, I am small. Time-wise, I am nowhere. And again, we live in this country where, we have a history of great kings and great empires which has seen a fall. Great empires like Hampi, great empires like Hinduvi Samrajya, Chola, all these empires are not there today. We've even had big universities which have got burnt. So, whatever we have, we say it is very precious. So, whatever we have got, we have been blessed with it. In every part of my transaction in my day-to-day life, I am again and again reminded of my insignificance. I am insignificant space-wise, time-wise, and yes, it remains a fact that I am insignificant. Also, I am knowledge-wise insignificant. Right? There is nothing that I would know completely about. Take anything, I would not know completely about it. You take a vegetable, what all the vegetable can give you, the benefits of a vegetable. I can spend a whole life doing research about this vegetable, and I can hand over to my next generation, and they will keep continuing the research. The research will go on because they will have so much of stuff to research further, and the research is endless. There is so much to research, which means that knowledge-wise every individual is limited. Skill-wise every individual is limited. Strength-wise every individual is limited. Therefore, I am limited. I am given to limitation. I am given to insignificance. That is how I see myself. And when I started my life as a child, as a baby, as a child, I had two people in my life. They were my parents, my father and my mother. And I grew up seeing them, and whenever I was in a helpless situation crying out, they were always there to protect me, to take care of me, to give me what I want, even without me, having an ability to communicate what I really wanted. Even at that age, they were there for me, available for me. And whenever I felt helpless, I had this capacity to trust. Appa Patapa. Daddy is there to take care. Mummy is there to take care. Mom will take care. She will do it. I just have to tell her. And she will do it for me. So, I have always seen my father as the greatest hero I have known of. My mother as a superwoman I have known of. Right? And I have never even thought that they are fallible. I have always seen them infallible. Until I grew up to a parent to see that who I thought were infallible are actually fallible. And I see this, and I now recognize again that I am insignificant. As a parent, I am insignificant. This self-judgment of insignificance is called by our scriptures, is referred to by our scriptures as the core human problem. This is the core issue or the core problem of every human being, no matter to which country, to which nationality, to which religion, to which caste, creed or color you belong to, or even the gender you belong to. This is the core problem of every human being. All the other problems that you name and you make a list of it are called as topical problems. The superficial problems. The core problem is this, the self-judgment that I am insignificant. So the person who judges himself or herself to be insignificant is helpless. And all those things that I thought will never fail in my life, as I grow up, I see all those things to fail, including my parents. But the helplessness is continuing. The helplessness continues, and all those things that were there, I thought were infallible, are fallible now. What happens? I gradually lose my capacity to trust. I have lost my capacity to trust. That money is infallible. That my power or position is infallible. That my health, my knees are always there to support me. No? All these things fail one day and I am still helpless. That I am helpless alone continues. And again, around the world, I have a lot of people, and I am the target of everything, where people target me and shoot at me, and my ability to trust people has completely eroded off. What happened to my helplessness? Continuing. And we live in a society which is a rat race. At every age, it is a rat race. Therefore, helplessness is more. Especially in Indian society, in Tamil Nadu, to talk of, this capacity to trust, the helplessness. If you buy a packet of milk, you can never trust that what you have in that packet is milk. At least in the US it is not like that, I believe, because US is one place which is very wonderful, because you can have milk without milk. Yeah. You can have coffee without coffee. You can have sugar without sugar. You can have anything on this earth without that one. How do you know? Because it will be written on that. And a few decades back, this idea was imported from the US, which is very popular now in India. You can walk without walking. That is called the treadmill. You can jog without jogging. So anything you can do without that one. This idea is of the US. Very beautiful idea. But at least you know what you have signed up for, because it will be written on that. It will say it is a milkshake. It will say contains no milk. So I know what I am drinking is not milk. Right? I don't know what I am drinking, but I know it is not milk. Right? So now this problem of helplessness is continuing, and I have, as I said, lost the ability to trust. There is, this group called an existentialist who will come and tell you that, there is no solution to human problem. You have to be selfish, and only a selfish person can draw benefit out of it. Only a selfish person can be happy in life. Therefore, you have to be selfish. And somebody else will come and tell you, but he will add a little more to it. Okay, he will say, yes, there is no solution to human problem. The human problem will always be there no matter what you do, because you are definitely insignificant. You are definitely a speck of dust. And he will say, you know why? Because you are a sinner. This is what I am told, that I am a sinner. Right? By that group of people. Why am I a sinner? Is it because of my action? No, it is because somebody disobeyed God, and that is called the original sin. Okay? So I have my original sin, and then I was born with the original sin, and then I accumulated a lot of sins over these years, and now I have a composite bundle of my original sin and my accumulated sin. Right? So, I am now a sinner, and therefore, because you are a sinner, you don't have a choice, but you have to live with the problems. But if you are really looking for a solution, there is only one solution, and that you have to follow me. Follow what I say. And once you follow, he gives you a promise that you will be liberated. Where? Not now. To some place which is available for you posthumous, after death, which is called heaven. But you cannot verify that here, because it is not available for inquiry. It is not available for any estimation or verification here. It is a non-verifiable belief. Already I don't have capacity to trust anybody. And I can trust, if at all I can trust something, what I can trust should be something which is not negatable. If it is something that is negatable, then naturally my distrust only grows and I will never develop a capacity to trust it. That is why, it is very difficult. And that is why the easier method is people go by the belief and they say, yes, we believe that that we will go to heaven. In fact, he wants to believe that there is heaven and he will go to heaven because there is no solution here. He has decided that. Right? So that there is solution only if you follow that person. More importantly, not if you follow the other guy. You should follow only me and not him. And what is the other guy saying? He will also say something similar. And he will say, don't follow me, follow me. Don't follow him, follow me. So, what about our scriptures? We also have something similar in our scriptures which says, you go to Vaikunta, you go and be with God. Now, the thing is, where one is intelligent, he will see that even going there is not going to give me a solution because, why? Because I am going there. That's all. And I will have many like me who are there, and I am going to have comparison. I am going to get into problem again. Alright, maybe the standard of living is better off than here. That's all. Right? So, the question is, are you, or rather, we can say this, where I have a lot of problem, then I should be able to start questioning. What should I start questioning is that whether at all these problems are real. Because again, the knowledge, the Vedanta Shastra is here to give us the knowledge, because the Karma Kanda promises you a lot of things. You do this, you get that, you do this, you get that. And finally, an intelligent person sees that no matter what I do following what is told in Karma Kanda, I am not getting, or I am not able to get out of all the problems in life. And finally, at the end of Karma Kanda, Vedanta is sitting with a board called May I Help You? And those who are willing to ask for help, Vedanta Shastram is ready to give you that knowledge which is going to protect you or reveal to you, protect you by revealing to you that you are already free. Knowing which you will be free, meaning because you were already free and you did not know the fact that you were free. Therefore, you have a solution to your core problem, which is here and now. And this Adi Shankaracharya, in his various commentaries, in fact, in his introductory Bhashyam to Bhagavad Gita, he establishes that mere knowledge alone is enough for you to draw the benefit out of it. So, Shastra aims to give you this kind of knowledge. Vedanta Shastra aims to give you this kind of knowledge, which is a directly beneficial knowledge, knowing which you don't need to do anything because the benefit is here and now. Just like how the cat looked at the frightening dog with a very calm and composed mind, because it knew that the dog cannot touch it. Much the same way, you will be able to look at this world with the knowledge that this world cannot touch you at all. This directly beneficial knowledge is the primary subject matter of our scriptures. And what is that knowledge about? What is that knowledge about? For that, Adi Shankaracharya in the introductory Bhashyams, he says that knowledge is called Atma Vidya. That knowledge is called Atma Vidya, the knowledge which will liberate a human being, giving him strength and confidence to face all the frightening situations in this world, all the sorrow in this world, all the problematic situations in this world, where he will be able to see that there is no real problem indeed. So, I will know and I will have a capacity to face my situations in life because of this knowledge which reveals my real self. And where I have to see my own self, how do I see? I use the mirror, right? This example is given in our scriptures because Shastra is called Shastra Darpanam, which reveals myself to me. All that I need is a functioning pair of eyes to enable the mirror to facilitate me seeing myself. So the mirror is taken as Guru Shastram that reveals myself to me, and the functioning pair of eyes that I need is the readiness that I need to have to continuously attend, study, and seek this knowledge for the time that I need to take to acquire. It can be few days, few months, or few years, depending upon the ability of every person. And once where I gain this knowledge, I will remain calm and composed like that cat, knowing that I am already free. With this note, we will conclude the class today, and we will resume with the next class on 2nd of August, same time. Om Purnamadav Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.